All right, good morning, everybody.
Tú no metes el,
We
metes
are,
la de eso para abajo.
déjalo así. We are leaving Blackport right now. I got my dad with me today. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. We have like 5-mile-an-hour wind. This is extremely rare for the winter time in Florida. Usually it's blowing, like you guys see, 15, 20, 25, 30, sometimes even all the way up to 40. We can't even go out. But today we got 5-mile-an-hour winds out of the northeast, so it's still a little cold. It was 59 this morning when we got up, but looking for a good day. The old man hasn't been able to get out on the boat in over a year now. So I had some back surgery, and today is the perfect day for him to come out. So hopefully we can get a bunch of crab and have a good day. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of this channel, get this baby on plane. We're leaving a little bit later than we would like, so we gotta haul you know what to the first trap. But we're gonna get out of the channel, get on plane, and we'll bring you along on the ocean side. All right, guys, we are on the ocean side. We've pulled already, I don't know, like 7 or 8 traps. Just so my dad can see kind of how the winch works and all that, because, you know, like I said earlier, it's been over a year since he has come out with me, and a lot has changed in the process on the boat. I mean, we were pulling these traps by hand. Now we have the winch, and I kind of set up how we're doing in the back a little bit different. So just kind of getting him acclimated to his role as the mate today. And I'll tell you, we are starting off pretty good. We just hit a trap with nothing, but it looks like this last cold front was pretty good, or at least in the section where we were at the beginning with those traps. So let's see. Nothing but babies. All right. Maybe I spoke too soon. Update the logbook here. These traps here always have done, it's 5. They're pretty decent. But again, like I've said in the other videos, it's if it was every trap that was catching, everybody would be a commercial stone crab fisherman. Tírala. And really the reality of it is the majority of them don't catch. So today we did get a little bit of a late start, so we're way behind. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally at this time, I'm probably 50 to 60 traps in already that I've pulled, and we haven't even got to 10. So I'm gonna record these 5 because it just takes me a while when I'm recording and I'm narrating everything to you guys, and I'm, you know, going a little bit slower so you can see. But we got to try to make up some ground here, or we're gonna run out of daylight before we get to the last trap. And I hear some guys in there. These traps are coming up. Oh no, it's just an old nail. All right. So 3 zeros in a row. Oh no. We literally were just saying we're gonna have an excellent day, because the first like 5 or 6 traps we caught crab in all of them. Tírala. Now we got nothing. That's the name of the game. I mean, you do, like I always said, you're gonna go through patches where you are catching and where you're not. I just hope that at the end of the day, we do have a good day. My dad doesn't get to come out with me a lot. And at least I'd like it to be a little memorable of a day, you know, with a lot of crab. Instead of, oh yeah, I remember when I went with you, we didn't catch anything. Oh man, the tide is not in our favor today. One guy in there, but yeah, he got a good one. All right, one claw. But yeah, so just to give you a little history here, when I was born into this. My dad and my grandfather were, but they were doing lobster, not stone crab. So we kind of did that all the way up until my grandfather passed away. Tírala. And tírala, by the way, guys, is throw it, drop it, just so he knows where to drop it. But you know, coming out like this is kind of nostalgic for him. He was watching one of the YouTube videos the other day and said, man, I remember when we used to do that. So pretty cool to get him out here and see. Hey, later I'll see if he wants to pull a couple traps. I'll wait till I get, I got some traps that are real shallow water, so it'll be easier to pull the ropes instead of fighting this tide. Man, when it is good, you can pull a rope right up to the winch. Let's see, guys, I'd love to show you a crab. I think we got one more. And then we'll keep pulling, and then I'll bring you back on some of those shallow water ones. Man, all small, but you see, 3 of them in there. All too small. We're going over a nursery. The baby crabs. So yeah, today for the old man, we got all his favorite songs, some old school Spanish music on a playlist for him. Tírala. So he could jam out to all that stuff. Have a good time today. And hopefully fill up some buckets of crab. We really have gotten some reports of some guys doing very well and some guys really strike it out. I hope we do very well or somewhere in between. We've struck out enough and hit some home runs. Okay, we got some keepers in here. I can see them. Take a look at this. Another really, really good one here. And that's it. 4. All right. That's what we need, guys. We need a lot of those. We need a lot of them. So if you've been following the videos, we you know, had a massive hefty bill. We had to replace our throttles on the boat. And then I started having battery problems. Tírala. And I had to replace all 4 batteries. I knew there was one for sure that was bad. I was like, all right, it could be 1 or 2. 4 batteries, $1,400. So we are very much in the hole on our credit card. So we need to get some crabbies. Like my buddy Elias from Miami Fishing Supply says, it's all part of the fun. All part of the fun. All part of the fun. You see some legs in this one. Now the winch is, oof, some good specimens here. Look at this, guys. My goodness. This is what we need to see in really all the traps. My goodness. All right, so they didn't disappoint. I told you these traps usually do pretty good. You know, whether you get them scattered or all in one, you know. Come on out, buddy. And it is good. This might be the best trap I've had all year. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But I could tell 2 that were floaters. And those are the ones, guys, like I said, that the crab, you know, they're growing their shell, but the meat hasn't grown all the way to the end. And when you see them in the sunlight, they're very translucent, so I wouldn't break off the claw and leave them in there, you know, because in a week, he'll be good. But sometimes when you crack it off, that's when you could tell. And I could tell there were a couple. Tírala. All right, so pretty good there. You guys got to see 15 claws. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause these videos, guys, and then I'm gonna bring you back as we're going throughout the day. And you know, man, if we could just hit 15 traps like that one, will be great out of the 200 that we got. But I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna try to pick up some speed because we are way behind. Like I said, 8 o'clock. I'm usually 50, 60 traps in already. So we're gonna jam to this old school Spanish music, try to pick up some speed, and we will bring you guys back. All right, guys, we are back. We have pulled, I don't know, like 50 traps, 55 traps, something like that. Time check is 9:38, so we have been pulling for exactly 2 hours now. We're moving along pretty good. And we've caught about 20 pounds of crab, so we're just under that half a pound per trap. But I mean, if it stays like this, it will be very, very, very good for me, you know. Everybody likes to average worst case scenario pound per trap, but I haven't made it to that yet, ever. But I've gotten 3/4 of a pound per trap average. That was on the first pull. But so far, half a pound per trap is looking pretty good for us. And I hope it keeps going like this, so we can pay off our batteries. Let's see how these do. So we're gonna pull like 4 or 5 here. And I'll let you guys see those. And these usually do pretty decent. That's how I wanted to record these. And the very first one is a strike. Like we always say, it doesn't look like we're gonna win by a shutout. So guys, when I'm doing this and I'm bringing you back, I try to bring you back on traps that are historically doing okay, so that you can see some crap. It's no fun to see empty traps. No fun for me and for you. You know, for me it's even worse. You're watching for entertainment. Tírala. I'm doing it to make money. So we'll see how it goes. But man, you can see the day. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. Super rare for us to see a day like this in the winter. But super thankful I get the old man to get on the boat with me. Very nostalgic for him. Got his favorite songs playing. He's pulling traps. Remembering the good old days. Uh-oh, where is she? Oh, there it is. Remembering the good old days when we used to do this. You know, the problem is that I was my son's age and he was my age. So right now we got back braces, arm braces, wrist braces, Motrin, icy hot. It's tough getting old, guys. It is tough getting old. Oh, now the tide is changing on us. All right, nothing again. This is not good, guys. We need battery money. Gotta do a GoFundMe for some battery money. But okay, we're not gonna hit the panic button yet. It's just a few bad traps. Tira-la. A few bad traps. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about just yet. Oh man, and these, like I said, have always been pretty good. So we got this one and 2 more, and then there's still another 5 at the end of this, but those are really bad. And I would have moved them today, but we got such a late start. I'm gonna wait. I don't want my dad to be lifting traps, but next week when I come back out with my son, we got a lot of trap moves to do. And the weather is gnarly for next week. Okay, we got some legs sticking out here. Let's see. Okay, we got a good one here. And another really nice one. Take a look at that. Okay, 4. That's good. I'll take that. I'll take 0004. 0004. That's good for me. So 9:44, guys, and like I said, we got done about 55 already in 2 hours. So I'm doing pretty good. Definitely don't think we're gonna have a hard time finishing. Tira-la. That was my worry. Starting as late as we started, you know, we haven't had strong enough winds to do a lot of movement of the traps. So I wasn't worried about them being too scattered from where they should be. You know, the waves, they keep tugging on the buoy and they keep moving the traps. So I didn't think that we would have any of those issues, or not a lot. I've seen some already today that are moved a little bit. But if you're catching any amount of crab and starting so late, obviously, you know, the cracking of the claws takes you know, extra seconds in every trap, makes a difference at the end of the day. But at the speed that we're going, we are doing pretty good. We got the band back together. We got the band back together. Oh, we got some legs here. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, come here, buddy. Look at this. This is what we're talking about. That's what we need in every trap. That's it. Sácale los muertos. 3, 4, 5. So I just told them to take out the dead ones. And this is what happens. Yeah, these crabs are extremely vicious with each other. And they kill themselves. Yeah, it's dead. They kill themselves in these traps. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this one. The last 5 traps, I mean, they might catch some of them, but I know that they're very uneventful. Those have to be, gotta be moved. Tira-la. So I am gonna pull these last 5, and then I've got another really long line. That last time was horrific. And I'm gonna bring you back after that line where we got 10. They usually do pretty good, and hopefully we can show you some big, huge crab. All right, guys, we're back. Time check, it is 10:48 in the morning, and we have pulled 83 traps already. So we're 3 hours in, we've pulled 83. We're going pretty quick. The old man, he still has it. he still remembers. Since we left you guys, we pulled 23, and we have already 2 buckets that are almost full. So we got somewhere around 50 pounds there. So we're doing pretty good. A little bit more than half a pound per trap. Just need it to continue. The tide is changing on me. Let's see. These traps here did excellent in the beginning, and then they have just been dead ever since. But I hear some legs in there. Oh yeah. There we go. 1, 2. 3. All right, so good start. Good start. 3, and they're pretty nice ones. So that's what I was hoping here. So I had to move these because they did so good in the beginning. I mean, this was, I had 5 here, only 5. And then I bumped it up to 10 and it sucked, of course. But I knew it was so good in the beginning, I didn't want to move it. I mean, obviously I don't want to count my chickens before the eggs hatch, but but very good start when I'm used to all this be 0, 0, 0. So let's see, we got 10 here, we got 9 left. Let's see if we can show you guys some crab. So man, with 83 traps in, I mean, you can't really do the math like this and say, well, you know, we got 120 more to go, we'll get 2.5 more buckets, because there are patches where, you know, we hit a bunch of traps with zeros, and that's why we were able to go so quickly. But I am hoping we need battery money. Batteries are expensive. I'm just thankful that we caught a bunch of crab already. My dad's got to see. I mean, we have more than I caught last week out of all 200. So super thankful for that, and we got a pretty beautiful day. I mean, you can't ask for a better day. It's cool. It's got to be like 72, 73 degrees now. Beautiful day. So if we could get 3 per trap, that'll be 30 claws here. That'll be huge. Obviously, I don't expect every single one will catch, but looks like we got a good one here too. And a dead crab. Man, this guy killed a nice one. Look at the size of this thing compared to my hand. Look at that thing. Well, you can see here, he killed 2 good crabs. That's 2 good sized claws. Remember, if you've been watching the other videos, I've been telling you, size matters with crab. The bigger the claw, the more money you get for it. Not every claw is created equal. All right, so 2 traps, 5 claws, we're off to a good start. I'm gonna pull these 10, and then what I'm gonna do, just judging from the historical data of what's been doing good, I'm gonna bring you back in another line that did really good at the beginning as well. Because what I'm seeing now, guys, is, and we've been talking about this in the videos, is these big, like, migrations of crab, and that's exactly what this is. And then what will happen is next week we'll go back down to, you know, very low again. And, you know, at least once a month, every month and a half, I was seeing this last year. So very good barometer now to say, you know, if you have traps that didn't catch, you're probably not in a good spot. So, there we got some crab here too. Let's see. Ooh. Look at this. 1, 2. Ooh. Don't bite me. Too small. All right. Here we go. We got another one here. And maybe one. Oh, tiny baby. Maybe one here. Nope. Oh, 3. All right. This is how they were at the beginning, and that's why I left these here, because I was, man, rolling the dice that they would come back. And so far, very, very good start here. Now, what's really going to be interesting, and I really haven't recorded that part because it really has not been doing good. It's like the last 30, 40 traps, tírala, have been so bad. I mean, really bad. And they're so far north from where I started. It's probably like 50 miles from where I start to where I end. And the only way to bring them back and put them in another spot is to load them on the boat, drop them in the water close to the marina, and then pick them up the next time, load them, and take them to start over. I'd like to see if those have been doing any better. They did great last year, the end traps, but this year they have not been doing well. And it's been so rough to move them. And like I said, because they're so far away, you wouldn't drive all the way back, and then you're gonna incur a $600 fuel bill. So the only way to do it would be to take them back with me and drop them off when I'm starting. Look at this, all this lobster. All this little lobster here. All right, now what we want to see. And that's another thing I've been noticing is when we're catching lobster in the trap, you're not getting any crab. Now you can see how the other traps had the crab, and this thing is just a bunch of lobster, and crab love to eat lobster. So the fact that that had so many little ones that are vulnerable, not even one crab, that one's got to get moved. It's a dud, but we'll take a look at all the data. We'll analyze it, and then when I come with my son, I'll go ahead and move it. My dad had back surgery about a year ago. You know, he's doing pretty good, but I don't want him to get hurt. And I mean, he thinks he's 20, and then tomorrow he can't walk, so I don't want to move any traps today, even though the weather's perfect for it. But we'll go ahead and analyze the data and start moving again tomorrow, next week. Oh, I thought it was gonna get more. We will take one crab, that's fine. If all of them had one crab, we would be in heaven. So just, and I said it, man, super, super thankful. I got to spend all my childhood years on the boat with my dad and my grandfather, and that's priceless. Tírala. And to be able to, you know, have him come out here now and do this with me is pretty cool. Oh, there it is. And to catch crab, you know, to come out here and have him do a beautiful day, and we just got empty buckets. That's no fun for anybody. That's fishing, you know. Today we're actually catching. Wish my son would have been here. He is at his mother's house today. He'll be here next week, but he'll be blowing my phone up later. He wants to get a full report. Where did we catch? Where didn't we catch? What do we need to move? Oh, this one sounds good. Sounds good, guys. Okay. what I'm talking about. What we need. Oh, save this little guy. Let him live. Well, he'll live if he stays in the trap too. He can actually swim in and out of there and go in to eat that food. It's free food. But yeah, my son is, he's not here this week, but he wants a full detailed report when I get back of everything. And Tirala. Man, let me tell you guys, these days, you know, they turn 18, 20. By the time I get home, I'm finished cooking the crab, cleaning the boat, cleaning everything, putting everything away. I log everything today because I write notes to myself, you know, in the logbook of things, you know, and so I want to log it while it's fresh in my mind. These days are 18 to 22 hours. By the time I'm done, I'm exhausted. You know, when I'm doing back-to-back days, obviously I just rinse off the boat, I don't clean it. I cook all the crab, but I don't classify it that night. And by classifying it, you know, you individually have to weigh the claws to separate them into the 4 size classifications. But yeah, it's a long, long day. So, but he is a huge, huge help for me when he's out here with me. He is my mini-me. He is doing what I was doing when I was his age. One big claw. And then I got the little one at home. She is gonna be a fisherwoman. She gets super excited when she sees boats, fish, tirala. And she's running to the door when I get back, always. She says, crab? To see the crab. So it's a whole family venture. But so far, guys, we've been doing pretty good here in this line, like I was hoping and anticipating it would. We might hit 30 claws in it. I'll let you know down here before we shut the cameras off and keep on going how many we got. But I know we've gotten 2 with 8 already in this line. So, and just to put it into, look at this, the legs coming up. So put it into perspective. The last couple pulls, we haven't caught anything here. And these guys sound hard. Look at this. Look at this trap, guys. This guy's a floater. We're gonna put him back in so he could get big and strong. Like I tell my daughter, get big and strong. We're gonna let this guy get in there and get big and strong too. That guy will be ready in a week when we come back again. These little ones are the ones that worry me the most, because the big ones, you could grab them. And my buddy Gene, if you're watching, is the trap that you helped me fix. Cement was blown out of the bottom, and we rigged it, put some wood, and it is still going strong. $11. We are moving along. And when you're, let me tell you, in any kind of fishing that you're doing, whether you're doing a recreational or commercial, when you are catching, you don't feel tired. When you are not catching, it is horrible. Drop it. It's horrible when you're not catching. You get tired, you're second guessing everything. Oh man, when you are catching, you are golden all day long. Where's the buoy? There it is. All right, so we got this one and one more out of our 10. And man, really, really good. Couldn't ask for better than these traps. And again, just to put it into perspective, I don't think we got 10 claws in the last 2 pulls out of these traps. This guy's got 1. Three claws. But you see the difference of this little baby one compared to those big jumbo ones. We'll take it. We don't discriminate whether you're the smallest size or the biggest size. We prefer the big ones, but we will not discriminate. So we got 1 more to go and then I'll tally it up. Then I'll keep pulling and I'm gonna bring you back to that line that me and my son dropped there after we bought the second 100 traps. And if you haven't been following along, tirala. We started off the year, we had 120 traps, and then we got another 100. So when you buy the tags, the state of Florida FWC, they tax you 15% for stone crab. So we end up with 85 tags that are ours. And then we dropped those traps, I don't know, probably 3 weeks after it started, 4 weeks after the season started. And man, we hit 5 traps. I extended it. I added 15 there now. So obviously we did the first pull there and it was phenomenal. And then the next week I brought and I put 10 more in that line and it has been horrible ever since. But I knew that we did so good there on that first pull that I did that I didn't want to move them. So I'll bring back in that one and see how it did, but I'm hoping. And now all 15 of them have caught. And the reason I say that, guys, is because sometimes you could hit a patch of bottom that is not going to be good. You know, like I know I saw last week, I've got 5 traps and I could see that they landed in in sand. I could see it on the bottom, and sand is no good for crab. So sand's no good for crabs, so I got to move those also. So let's take a look here while my dad is getting that one ready. We got 10, 20, 24, 25, 26, 28, 28, 36, 47, guys. That is probably my all-time best. 47 claws in 10 traps. That's a home run. But tirala. So just remember that when you're watching this, that I have data. I mean, I kind of know which ones are doing pretty good, and that's why I try to record the ones that I know are going to be pretty good for you guys. They're not all like that. So now we're going to hit some other traps that I know are not going to be like that. But yeah, excellent. I wanted to show you guys some crab, and that was phenomenal. So we're going to go ahead and keep pulling. So let's go. All right, guys. It is 4:21. Man, long day. Even with the two of us, it's a long day. But the old man, he still got it. He still got it. He remembers a little bit. He remembers. We kicked some butt today, guys. I tell you, I think, and I got to take the floaters out, but I think that we might have broken our record all time, and we got 5 buckets today. And I think if we look at all that, I think we have somewhere around, I would say 80 to 100 pounds once we take out all the floaters. But we got about a 45-minute ride back, and we gotta get home, and we got a long night of cooking crab and classifying it and going through it. When I edit, I'll drop it here how many pounds it actually was, like we do in every video. If you missed last week's video, I'm gonna link it at the end of this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Let's go.